Hey, welcome back. How are you doing? How are you really doing? I hope that you guys are great, that you had a great weekend. She's just a Tuesday uploading queen now. Gives me a day or two to actually just like relax and do some stuff on the weekend, which I did. I am in like full nesting mode. I have to do it little bits by little bits, but I definitely am like, whoa, we are getting close, guys. I've officially entered my third trimester. Holy crap. Suddenly I was like looking at the calendar in like anticipation of making some plans and, you know, looking just forward ahead a bit. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I can't do that because that's like literally 2 weeks before I might give birth. And so like now I'm getting to that state of mine, and it's exciting, and it's also, whoa, horrifying, and all the emotions in between. I'm really into these right now. Spindrift. This is the raspberry lime. I'm also like noticing my face is filling out. Like it's all happening. I'm so grateful. We went to go see Six, the musical, my mom and I, for Mother's Day. And I got like so emotional as like the show started. I was like holding my belly and I was like, I'm taking my baby to the theater. I hope she likes it. And she was dancing a bit in there. So yeah, this is just like such an absolute trip. I also want to mention that I started, okay, if you missed last week, people have been asking me about my registry, which is like so very nice. And if you are interested in actually doing like a walkthrough of what I put on my registry, please let me know. I will do that video. I feel like it's going to be a very specific video for a very specific group of people. But if enough of you are interested in that, I'm so happy to do that because I worked really hard on setting that up and researching, and I think I did a pretty good job. So, but with that, because I did so much research, I'm so grateful for other moms or registry builders, whoever that might be, mom or not, who made videos on YouTube or blogs sharing what they put on and why they put it on. So I feel like that's part of giving back, is like doing my version of that. So if you want to see that, let me know. I did try to set up like an Amazon registry because so many people were asking so kindly to like donate, or rather to purchase something off my registry for us, which is like nuts. The gratitude, like, I can't even begin to really explain. Anyways, whatever the case, I didn't end up doing that for several reasons, but I did set up a diaper fund through Hello Bella, which is Kristen Bell's and Dax Shepard's company. And I know my friend Tracy uses their products a lot with her kids. And it's really kind of cool because you can set up, like, this is just good to know if you're setting up any sort of registry or you have a baby on the way. You can set up like a diaper fund that basically sets you, like, the goal is, I think it's like $840, which sets you up for a year's worth of diapers. And diapers are really expensive. Everything's really expensive, as you know. And anyway, so I just did it, and already so many of you have contributed. I think we're 180. We're like math, brain, all of that. A lot of you have donated, and it's like so very kind, and I'm going to shout those out so a lot of you did it anonymously, but those who didn't, I will shout that out later in the video. So I'm going to leave that down below, but I just wanted to like express my sincere gratitude for that. Okay, my brain is all over the place. Today, I'm dressed in the 90s. For some reason, I'm like vibing with the one thing down. Is this crazy? Are people gonna laugh at me? I'm also wearing Birkenstocks. I'm like really going for it. But we're off to get Corny her food. Update on Corny, she's doing great. We're on this new protocol. We're working with this nutritionist. It's been a whole thing, but it's been wonderful. So I'm going to get her food for like the month so I don't have to deal with it. And then we will see where the day takes us. I wanted to show you some of the nesting work that I've been doing, what's left to do, so on and so forth. So, hey, spend the day with me, won't ya? Hello, I have returned. The best is that I just had turned back on the camera and I was about to give Corny a treat, and the minute the camera went on, she ran away. She does not like to be on camera, but I will get her on camera for those who want an update. Anyways, we have run our errands. I am back home now. Wanted to share a few things with you. But the minute I sit in this chair, I really have a hard time getting up. So before I get up, I will show you these. Oh my God, I am like so sensitive. Where are my sensitive folks out there? I have been working like a new little gig that requires me to be on the computer a lot. And I noticed this back in the day when I was writing my book, when I was on the computer a lot, if I stared at the screen for too long, I would get like really nauseous and or like dizzy, sort of like pre-migraine-y. And so of course I like did the ultimate Google dive and I was like, what is up? And of course I found a diagnosis that I don't even know if it's a real thing. It was called like cyber sickness or something. Is that a real thing? And so I had tried some like of those, like, I think they're called blue blocker or UV, the glasses, the glasses that you're supposed to get to help like with screen stuff. And I got a pair that were like kind of cheap. I feel like it was like a Drew Barrymore brand. If anyone remembers, that's such a pull for when I first did that. I didn't like really feel a difference. Anyways, this time around, I was just feeling so sick and I was like, uh-oh, this is bad because I have to work, like I have to be on the computer, but I don't want to like feel sick every time I like get on there. And so a friend of mine who's like really into like, I want to say this is like not the right term, like woo-woo health, like she's just like kind of alternative health guru of sorts. She suggested this brand of glasses and I need to put them on for you and tell you all of them. Not sponsored, they're expensive. Hey, okay, so I'm living my like best 90s life right now, clearly. Jeff was like, you look like all the girls I was in middle school with, which he's not wrong. I feel like I had a pair of these, but they were black rimmed because in Rent, Mark from Rent wore these, the black rimmed with the yellow lenses, and I thought it was so cool. So I wanted to like being the Rent head I was, I wanted to mimic him, and I had like a pair of them. Anyways, these have actually really helped me. I will leave the link to them below. Again, they're very expensive, but the reviews were like next level. They were like, oh my God, like I've never felt better, blah, blah, blah. These are the ones that you're supposed to wear during the daytime in anything that's not natural lighting. So even if you're in like, do you ever like go into an office or something and you're like, whoa, the lighting in here is like tripping me up. Like I don't feel good. I think it's like the LEDs or something. It's all supposed to be linked to like how you're feeling. Maybe I'm nuts, but like if you know what I'm talking about, I feel like you know what I'm talking about, man. So I've been wearing these and they actually like seem to work, she says, with slight confidence. So I'll keep you updated on that. They did say if you're not 100% satisfied, you can return them. And you guys know I'm a return queen if necessary, especially when something's expensive. Like I think that these are $165 or something, and then I found like a mega promo code. So don't buy it full price. Definitely like search for a promo code. Also, like with Memorial Day coming up, there should hopefully be some sales. So anyways, I've been rocking these and I wanted to share them with you guys, mostly so you can check out my very cool 90s look. Also, I have changed into these short overalls, which a while back I did. You guys know I'm like the overall queen. I really just love overalls, always have, always will. Pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, probably post-pregnancy. It's just like so easy. So I did a whole like Amazon overall try-on video a while back. I want to say it's been like a year. And I got a pair, the only pair that I ended up keeping, I think, speaking of return queen, was these, but they were in a different color. And recently I had put them on and I was like, oh, these are great. I really think I should get another pair as I go into my biggest belly months yet. And also as we go into summer, because they're just so easy to throw on. So anyways, I did size up. I think the original ones I have were olive green and I got them in an extra small. And these I sized up into a small, and they're just so cute and easy. They come in a multitude of colors. They're very inexpensive in terms of overalls. The quality, I mean, the other one's like held up for a year. I mean, they're very thin. I don't know what material this is. It's like a fake linen kind of moment. It's not like they're like super fancy or anything, but if you just need like a quick like throw on thing, these are great to have. I feel like in the summer, especially when you're like just walking the dog or want to quickly throw on something to like run to the car. I mean, you can go out in them, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. There's the little bud. She gets hot at this hour of the day, so she likes to lay on the floor. We call her Florny when she does that. She either lays on there because she's hot, or she lays on there in the kitchen when she's ready for us to feed her. It's true. She's such a queen and we love her so much. Okay, so another thing that I'm doing today, which is where I've been the last couple of hours before I turn back on the camera, is trying to change my name. Insert huge eye roll. What a pain in the butt this is, okay? And this is gonna like pose a question. I was gonna do like a folding video and just like do a whole like video about this, but here we are. That would require me to actually move the clothes from the washer to the dryer and fold them. So we're gonna do it here. What is everyone's theory on changing your name after you get married? I feel like I just like ran into this huge thread. I can't remember if it was on Reddit or Instagram. It was probably like reposted on Instagram because that's really the only social thing I use, but it was all about like, why should I take on my husband's like last name? Like he didn't adopt me, so on and so forth. Like I worked really hard to get my last name. Like, you know, this whole argument about like, well, you shouldn't have to take on your partner's last name. And like, you should just like keep your last name. I am totally down. Like, I don't actually have like a strong opinion, like one way or another. I kind of just feel like you should always, as always, do how you want to do and let other people do how they want to do. If it's not harming or hurting anyone, like more power to you. I have lots of friends who have taken on their partner's names and lots of friends who have not. I have friends who have hyphenated. We know people who have changed their names altogether. Like, I don't really have like one specific like strong feeling, nor do I feel like I should have. Like, again, everyone's business is everyone's business, in my opinion, as long as they are like not hurting anyone. But we're on the internet. And as we know, folks, on the internet, people have strong opinions. So I'm actually curious to know what you guys think about that. However, I am feeling like I want to change my name so that baby me and my husband all have the same last name. Just my own personal choice. I just like that idea. I think it's special to me. Again, this is all just to me. Nothing wrong with doing it any other way, but like, I don't know. I just want to have the same last name as my babe and my husband as we enter into this next phase. And so when we got married, like on the license, or like the certificate rather, I did the option to change my last name, but I never like actually did it. So like legally I can do it and I don't have to like pay any money, because if you like don't do it on your certificate, then like you have to pay $1,000 to go and do it. But since I did like opt into the option of changing my last name and I put it all on there, I can do it. But folks, you know what that requires? That requires me going to the Social Security office. Let me just tell you how much I don't want to go to the Social Security office. Mind you, after that, I'm gonna have to go to the DMV. Mind you, after that, if I want to keep my global entry, I'm going to have to go to a global entry office. There's a lot to be done here. All for a good reason, but I'm like, why didn't I just do that right after I got married? Should have just done that right after I got married, but I wasn't anticipating this situation. So I was like, okay, maybe I can make an appointment for the Social Security office. I kind of heard that you could. I wasn't 100% sure. So I called the number. I waited on the phone for 45 minutes And I was like, well, if this is any indication of how the office is going to feel, I can only imagine. Turns out you can't make a reservation or an appointment, rather, to go to the office for an appointment. You just have to show up and hope for the best. Apparently, it depends what state you're in, but in our state, in our local office, there's no appointment to be had. So your girl has to go to the Social Security office, 7 months pregnant, if not 8, depending on when I drag myself there, although I'm like saying this out loud and motivating myself to go, and just wait. Every time I drive by the office, the line's like around the block. I'm just gonna have to like get zen with it. I'm gonna have to like bring a folding chair, bring snacks, bring drinks, bring something to read, maybe bring you guys. I'm just gonna have to do it. And then I'm gonna have to do it again for the DMV. And then again for my passport. But I think it's worth it. Tell me it's worth it. When I worked as a teacher, you know, I ran a children's theater and we had so many families come through, and we had all sorts of families, wonderful families. We had single parent household families. We had divorced parent, like multi-parent families. We had all sorts of families. And I loved that, and it was the best. But from that, I was like, ooh, you know what? It gets confusing sometimes when the kids have a different name. And like, I just, as an administrator, I was confused. We always obviously accommodated for it. Cause again, who cares? It's everyone's own independent, decision. But like, personally, I was like, you know, if I ever have a kid, I would like to have the same last name as them. And so here we are, second guessing ourselves only because I don't want to wait in line at the Social Security office. Anyone know a guy that knows a guy who knows a guy who has it in at the Social Security office here in Los Angeles? Let me know. I am curious to hear your thoughts though on the whole name thing. You know, just an interesting topic for conversation in my opinion, which is why I'm talking about it in this video here on my channel now. A few new baby things, as promised. I said that I would show you. This is just like our pile of like baby stuff as I continue to like clean out drawers and stuff. But my mom got us these cute little hats. I can't wait to put her in a little hat that go with these cute little onesies. And then I got this to put over her crib at some point when we do get the crib. Gotta work on that soon. I just thought this was so cute. I got this on Etsy. Speaking of Etsy, I just got notification that an Etsy order came, but it's not here, which is a little weary, a little odd. Can something be a little weary, or can you only be a little weary of something? Let me know. But I did want to show it to you because all my friends' kids just had birthdays, and I was like, I gotta like get gifts and I gotta get creative, and I thought I made a really great choice. Stay tuned for that. When that comes, I will share that for you. Also, my mom got us this. She happened to be at Target and I've been on the hunt for it. It's one of those accordion style coat racks, or coat hangers rather, wall hanger. And I thought this would be a really cute thing. I love the look of this. I actually like put this, I think either this one or something similar to this in one of the kids' room makeovers that I did. I love the style and look of it. It's very mid-century. That one is bright room. It came from Target. And I was thinking of putting it in our entryway so we can start to hang like, you know, our diaper bag, any like miscellaneous things like that, that we might want to hang and have easy access to. I'm trying to like figure out how to sort of revamp our entryway so that it makes space for the stroller. Hopefully someone buys us a stroller from our registry because the strollers are so expensive. That's like the big ticket item on our registry that I'm like, ugh. Someone was so kind enough to buy us our car seat, which was like a huge weight lifted off of our shoulders. But I'm like, okay, please, somebody contribute and help us out with the stroller. Then I feel like we got the big stuff covered, and I'm so grateful. Anyways, we need to make space, but I don't want to get rid of my bike. I really do love this thing, and I really do feel like I'll get a lot of use out of it, especially like doing workouts at home when baby's here. Hopefully in between sleeps and stuff. I just don't know where else to put this, and I really don't want to put it in my bedroom. Like the vibe of that is like not it for me. But if we have to, we have to. Also, while we happen to be by the snack closet, I have to show you my new favorite snacks. It's not like this is like new to anyone out there, but right now I'm like really on this Skinny Pop kettle corn kick, to the point where it's like, I might need to stop because I can literally like eat the whole bag in one sitting, but it's just really, really good. It's just so very good. Okay, I wanted to show you these overalls standing up. In my old pair, I felt like I rolled them up, and I suppose I can roll these up a little bit, but I kind of like the length. I'm 5'1", by the way, so like it actually is, they might run a little bit short. I don't know. But here's the bump. She's bumping. She's growing fast. Dryer's running, apologies. It's so crazy because I just entered my 3rd trimester, like I said, and up until this point, she's grown she's almost 3 pounds. And that was over the course of like 7 months. And now to think she's going to at least double that size, most likely, God willing, healthy baby, in the next, like, you know, 2 months, that's crazy. Just like how much growth happens in this last trimester. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. I'm like, oh my God, no wonder I'm like out of breath all the time. Like, give myself a little bit of grace. But yeah, pretty wild. We don't have like a linen closet, which is crazy. So I'm using this, it's like a bench, as space for the linens. And I was able to clean this out, get rid of stuff we weren't using. And now there's space to put like crib sheets and stuff like that in there. And then before this, which I know it seems silly that I have this in my house, but this was from our wedding. And I also just loved like the retro look of it. And it's been such a cute plant holder, but also it really does hold a lot of stuff. So it was holding a bunch of like party supplies and like, you know, when people come over, it's like disposable plates and stuff like that. I was able to like skim that down, put that in our like little buffet. That's what it's called, right? Like buffet storage, buffet. It's called a buffet, right? Buffet? Oh my God. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's called a buffet, Lisa. It's called a buffet. Why does that sound so crazy? It's like a credenza, but a buffet. Delicious. I put all that stuff there, and now this is holding like winter blankets. I just like crammed a bunch of our giant winter blankets that we had nowhere to put in there. So now the last like piece of furniture besides the crib that we need to get is a dresser to go here of some sorts. I don't know if I want to do like a 3-thing dresser or just do like a, you know, like a long dresser here and move that. That's next. Waiting for those Memorial Day sales to hit and also checking Facebook Marketplace. But I'm just going to do that, make it a change of table, call it a day. So those are the updates on the house, on the nesting. Still haven't gotten anyone to come help with the closet, but that's happening soon. And I did order some really like free and clear laundry detergent so I can start doing baby clothes and hanging everything up and putting everything away. Ah! Wild. Did want to share a few more things my mom got me for Mother's Day because I thought it was really cute, and also if ever you're looking for a gift. She saw this, I think, on the Good Morning show, the morning shift, Good Morning America. You guys, you come to my channel for maybe some information, for maybe some great suggestions, and then I get confused about literally everything. Bless you for being here. By the way, that's the credenza / buffet that I'm talking about. Anyways, she saw this on there and it's so cute. It's the Kodak Print-O-Matic. It's like an instant picture thing, and they come out in like little tiny small ones. But I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to pack this in my hospital bag and grab pictures like in the hospital of baby, of me, of Jeff, the whole thing. Via this, like obviously we'll have our phones, but we're sort of like, I don't know, I'm feeling like it would be really fun to not always have our phone up in her face in terms of pictures, and maybe like investing in a regular camera. I guess I could use this camera. But that was even like, it's like my mom read my mind. I was really excited about that. And then she also got me this, the Megan Trainor book on parenting, and was just listening to her on a podcast. And I was like, oh, I really would like to read that. So it's very, very cute. It's like my mom read my mind. It's like she's my mom or something. Okay, I wanted to look and do a shout out to everyone who has donated to our diaper fund thus far. Before I do that though, since I sat down, I just realized I have these wooden table numbers from our wedding. Like I was saying, I had recently just done a clean out of all that party stuff that was in that cooler, and this was one of them, and I'm trying to sell these. So if anyone wants them, let me know. Like I mentioned before, I started doing some like private sales via Instagram with some of you guys, and the experience has been so much fun. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I don't know, every time I see messages from you guys in general, it's really fun, and anytime I get a chance to connect, it's been really fun. But with the back and forth of like figuring out when to send, how to send, and then afterwards when you guys get the packages, like I had sold a camera, and then since then the person I sold the camera to has been sending me pictures of this, like the pictures she took from the camera that she bought for me, and it's awesome. First of all, she's great at photography, but like also it just like warms my heart. First, I feel like that camera is getting better loved and better use in making like better magic than it ever was with me, and so it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a nice connection. And then I had sold a purse, and the person that bought the purse was so cute and sent a picture of something that I had sent her within the purse. That whatever, I just think there's something like so like, this is like a fun way to connect with people, and also it's a great way for me to get rid of stuff that I'm no longer using, and for someone else to enjoy something that they were maybe hunting for, didn't even realize they were hunting for. I love secondhand shopping and selling. Anyways, let me show these to you. I figured I might as well mention it on here in case anyone happened to be looking for these, because they ended up being pretty expensive when I first got them, and I only used them once. But there are table numbers from our wedding. Mind you, we only had 7 tables, so that might be an issue for some people, but they look like this. It's real wood. They're custom made. The numbers are 1 through 7, like I had mentioned. They sit on the table like this. I like love them, and I hate to just like toss them. I just want them to be like loved. I want someone to get like as much love out of them as we did. There's also a Mr. and Mrs. that sit on the table. So we have these on our like little sweetheart table. The Mrs. and then there's an amperstamp, and then a Mr. I love these. So I have, like I said, numbers 1 through 7, and then the Mr. and Mrs. So if anyone's interested in that, hit me up on Instagram. It's worth a try. You never know. Someone out there might be like, oh my God, I was in fact looking for those. These were like 80 bucks plus the Mr. and Mrs. So, you know, I'll hook you up with a deal. I just really would prefer for someone to really enjoy these and get some love out of them. We just love them so much. All right, but on to the task at hand. We have raised 2 months worth of diapers, which is unbelievable and makes me want to cry. So shout out to Caitlin, to a few anonymouses. I don't know who you are, but boy, oh boy, your hearts are pure. To Taylor and to Katie or Caddy, sorry. I think it's Katie, but it could be Caddy. Very mean girls of me to ask. Thank you, and your messages that you left are heartwarming and touching, and I will think of you as we wipe our baby's butt. Truly, what an absolute blessing. Truly, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. All right, folks, I'm going to be doing like just personally a clean out of the kitchen. We have so much stuff. The amount of like cups and mugs alone that we have acquired is bonkers. I'm guessing you're all like feel the same way too. I don't know. Unless you're like a minimalist. Why do we have so many mugs? And we, by the way, always use like the same 3 ones. You know, we all have like our personal favorite. So I'm gonna do like a full like swoop of the kitchen to make room for the bottles and all the stuff coming. So if you like are interested in a purge video, like a kitchen purge video, definitely let me know. And or if you're like, no thank you, that's totally cool too. As always, I love your opinion. I ask for your opinion. I welcome your opinion, and I am grateful for your opinions. So keep the conversations going. And if you want to join me at the Social Security office, let me know. let me know. I'll be there. All right, guys, I love you so very much, and I will see you if all goes as planned on Thursday, which probably won't happen. So I'll see you on Friday or whenever. You never know. It's a crapshoot with me. Love you guys. Bye.